Grief, for many, feels like chaos. It shakes our world. It unsettles our routines. It leaves us raw. But beneath the chaos, something deeper is often stirring, something sacred. If we have the courage to listen, grief may not just strip us down, it may open us up. It may point us toward mystery, presence, and even worship. After his mother's passing, Marcus, a worship leader, found that music no longer comforted him. He stopped singing. His guitar gathered dust. "I couldn't fake it," he admitted, "but I also couldn't stop showing up in the quiet." Each morning, he lit a candle and read from the Psalms. He didn't sing. He didn't speak. He simply sat. Over time, this simple ritual became his new form of worship. Honest, stripped down, unpretentious. In grief, holiness often looks different. It isn't loud. It doesn't always feel joyful. Sometimes it looks like silence, or tears, or just breathing in and out without giving up. Sacredness in grief is not about understanding God's plan. It's about acknowledging His presence even when we don't. Think of Jesus at Lazarus's tomb. He didn't give a sermon. He wept. The Son of God chose mourning over explanation. That moment was sacred, not because of clarity, but because of love. Sacred spaces aren't always churches. Sometimes they're trails, kitchens, cars, or coffee shops. What makes them sacred is not the setting, but the honesty and attention we bring to them. Elise, who lost her brother, created her own sacred space by walking a trail they once hiked together. Each Friday, she brought coffee, his favorite drink, and sat with memories. Sometimes she talked to him. Sometimes she just cried. "That path is holy ground for me," she said. "Not because of a monument, but because it's where I let my soul breathe." Designating a place for grief can be deeply healing. Whether it's a bench in the park or a corner of your room, having a space where you meet God in your sorrow can help you integrate loss into your spiritual life. When life feels chaotic, rituals create rhythm. Lighting a candle, reading a psalm, writing a prayer, looking at a photo. These simple acts ground us. They remind us, I am still here. This love still matters. Consider starting a new ritual. Light a candle each evening in memory. Keep a small object that reminds you of your loved one. Begin or end the day with a breath prayer. Walk the same path each week, dedicating that time to grief and healing. These acts aren't magic. They are markers. They say, this loss mattered. This love mattered. And I am still learning how to live with it. In grief, Christian symbols often take on deeper meaning. The cross becomes not just a sign of salvation, but of solidarity with suffering. The empty tomb becomes a whisper of hope, not an escape hatch. Angela, in her season of loss, kept a small wooden cross by her bed. She didn't pray. Eloquently, she simply held it. That act, she said, reminded her that God was holding her too. Symbols are not superstitions. They are tools of connection. They help embody what words cannot. So don't be afraid to hold, wear, or carry something that reminds you of God's nearness. Let me pause and ask you, what spaces or moments feel sacred to you right now? Have you found meaning in rituals or symbols during your grief? What might it look like to create your own sacred practice of remembrance? If you'd like to explore the sacredness of your own grief, here are a few gentle practices you might try. Light a candle each day in memory and prayer. Designate a grief chair or sacred corner in your home. Create a small altar with photos, scriptures, or items that bring comfort. Attend a service in person or online without pressure to participate. Write a prayer or blessing and return to it regularly. In the sacred stillness of grief, God is near. He does not wait for you to rise and praise. He kneels beside you in the dust, and even there, holiness is present. Grief, honored honestly, becomes sacred ground. So may you find in your grief not just sorrow, but sacredness. Not just absence, but presence. Not just loss, but love that endures. And may you know, deep in your soul, that even here, God is with you. If this video encouraged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to know that God isn't finished with them yet.